I've sat under a lot of preachers in my day. My Aunt Dorothy, after Brother Gillum retired from Riverside Church of God, it was sad because there was nobody like Brother Gillum. You know, he was that old-timey Holy Ghost fire baptized. A man who genuinely sought to hear from the Lord and to deliver to the people of God a word from the Lord. Well, even by the time Brother Gillum retired from ministry, after decades in the same church that he had started there in Fort Worth, Texas, there were fewer and fewer preachers like him. And preachers came into the Riverside Church after Brother Gillum, one after another. Some would stay 2 or 3 years, some would stay a year. They just couldn't hardly keep a pastor there. The church wound up suffering and dwindling, and people ultimately left and found other churches to attend because they were accustomed to a pastor who enabled them to hear from the Lord and to hear what they needed to hear, not what they wanted to hear. And one preacher that my aunt had at one point, we went and visited the church, and we heard this man preach. And I've been in ministry a long time. I'm going to tell you something. I can tell a preacher preaching out of a sermon book as fast as you can tell anything. It doesn't take me a minute listening to a preacher to know whether or not he actually went before the Lord and sought a word from God to deliver to the people of God, or whether he went to his library, picked up a sermon book. There are books of sermons that you can preach. You know, it gives you a complete outline and gives you all the scriptures and everything and the outline of the message. And this man preached, and he preached a perfectly lovely message, and he seemed like a perfectly lovely man. I don't have anything against him personally, nothing like that. But I'm going to tell you something. I wouldn't sit under him for all the money in the world. You couldn't pay me enough money to sit under that man. I knew the minute that I heard him start preaching that he was preaching from a sermon book, that all the preparation he did for this Sunday's message was go to his library and pick a book off of the bookshelf and kind of leaf through it and try to find a message that he thought he felt like delivering that week. I can't do that. I need to hear from the Lord. And I know that one of the primary ways that God speaks to his people is through the shepherd.